हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आप सभी का हमारे चैनल लॉजिक लर्न में स्वागत है। स्टूडेंट्स, पिछले वीडियो के अंदर हमने देखा था नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया का फर्स्ट पार्ट हमने कर लिया था पिछले वीडियो में। ये सेकंड पार्ट है। पिछले वीडियो में हमने क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 तक किया था। इसके अंदर हम क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 से कंटिन्यू करेंगे वीडियो को। तो चलिए स्टूडेंट्स स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर 12, वाई वॉज द साइमन कमीशन कंस्टिट्यूटेड? वाई वॉज द कमीशन रिजेक्टेड बाय द इंडियंस? The Indian members of the Central Legislative Assembly exposed the drawbacks in the Government of India Act of 1919. As a result of it, the Simon Commission was appointed in 1927 to suggest any further constitutional reforms. The commission constituted of 7 members and its chairman was Sir John Simon. However, Indians boycotted the commission because there was no Indian member in the commission. Second point, the terms of commission's appointment. The terms of commission's appointment did not give any indication of Swaraj, while the demand of Indians was only Swaraj. Question number 13. Describe the main events leading to Salt March and civil disobedience movement in 1930. Answer. First point, failure of Simon Commission. The Simon Commission was constituted in response to the national movement, but the commission failed to satisfy the Indian people and the leaders. All the parties, including the Congress and the Muslim League, participated in the demonstrations in an effort to win them over the Viceroy, Lord Irwin. Lord Irwin announced in October 1920 a vague offer of dominion status, but even this failed to satisfy the leaders. Second point, Purna Swaraj. In December 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Lahore Congress formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj or full independence for India. It was declared that 26th January 1930 would be celebrated as the Independence Day, when people were to take a pledge to struggle for complete independence. But the celebrations attracted very little attention. So Mahatma Gandhi had to find a way to relate this abstract idea of freedom to more concrete issues of everyday life. Third point, rejection of Gandhi's 11 demands. On 31st January 1930, Mahatma Gandhi in a statement put forward 11 demands to correct the wrongs done to the Indians. He assured the Viceroy that he would withdraw the civil disobedience on British government's acceptance of these demands. However, Gandhi's demands were declared to be unrealistic by the Viceroy. Fourth point, economic causes. The Great Depression of 1929 had a deep impact on the Indian economy, especially on agricultural prices of agricultural produce began to fall down from 1926 and collapsed after 1930. As the demand for agricultural goods, fuel and export declined, peasants found it difficult to sell their harvest and pay their revenue. The government refused to lower the taxes, so by 1930, the farmers were in poor condition. Support from business class. The business class was keen on expanding their business and were against the colonial policies that restricted businesses' activities. They decided to put financial support to the civil disobedience movement when it was launched. Question number 14. Why salt was chosen as a weapon by Gandhiji to fight against the Britishers? Answer. Salt was something consumed by the rich and the poor alike, and it was one of the most essential items of food. The tax on salt and government monopoly over its production revealed the most oppressive phase of British rule. Question number 15. Explain the course of the Salt March. Students, ये बहुत important question है. First point. On January 31st, 1930, Gandhiji wrote a long letter to the Viceroy communicating his decision to start the civil disobedience movement. This letter includes 11 general and specific demands. Second point. On 12th March, Mahatma Gandhi began his historic Salt March from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, a town on the Gujarat sea coast. He was accompanied by 78 of his trusted volunteers. The march was over 240 miles. The volunteers walked over 24 days, about 10 miles a day. Thousands came to hear Mahatma Gandhi wherever he stopped. Third point. On the morning of 6th April, Gandhiji violated the salt law manufacturing salt by boiling seawater. Gandhiji campaign against the salt law was a signal to disobey the government's law. Question number 16. Why was the civil disobedience movement called off by Gandhiji? When Indian leaders were arrested, angry crowds demonstrated in the streets of Peshawar. Facing armored cars and police firing, many were killed. A month later, when Gandhiji himself was arrested, industrial workers attacked police post. Attacked police posts, government buildings, law courts, and railway stations and old structures that symbolized the British rule. A frightened government responded with a policy of brutal repression. Peaceful satyagrahis were attacked, women and children were beaten, and about 1 lakh people were arrested. To break the deadline between the Congress and the government, Lord Irwin invited Gandhiji for a peace pact, that is, Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Under such a situation, Gandhiji called off the movement. Question number 17. When was the Gandhi-Irwin Pact signed? Mention the provisions of the pact. Answer. Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed on 5th March 1931 and the provisions of the pact are: first point, Gandhiji consented to participate in the second roundtable conference. Second point, the government agreed to release the political prisoners. Question number 18. Why was the civil disobedience movement relaunched by Gandhiji? First point, failure of second roundtable conference. In December 1931, Gandhiji went to London for the conference, but the negotiations broke down and he returned disappointed. Second point, new cycle of repression. Back in India, Gandhiji discovered that the government had begun a new cycle of repression. Abdul Ghaffar Khan and Jawaharlal Nehru were both in jail. The Congress had been imposed illegal and a series of measures had been imposed to prevent meetings, demonstrations and boycotts. With great apprehension, Mahatma Gandhi relaunched the civil disobedience movement. Explain the contribution of various social groups in CDM, civil disobedience movement. Rich people. Being producers of commercial crops, they were very hard hit by the trade depression and falling prices. As the government refused to reduce revenue demands, they in great number participated in the boycott programs. For them, the fight for Swaraj was a struggle against high revenues. Second point, women. The women participated in protest marches, manufactured salt and picketed liquor shops. Many went to jail. They began to see services to the nation as sacred divine duty of women. Third point, business class. A large number of merchants and industrialists supported these movements. They reacted against colonial policies that restricted their business activities. They wanted protection against imports of foreign goods. Fourth point, the industrial working class. The industrial working class did not participate in the civil disobedience movement in large number, except in Nagpur. They selectively adopted some of the ideas of Gandhian program like boycott of foreign goods as part of their own movement against low wages and poor working conditions. Fifth point, poor peasants or tenants. The poor peasants demanded remission of rent which they had failed to pay during the depression years. In some parts of the country, they relaunched a no rent campaign which was not supported by the Congress. These poor peasants joined a variety of radical movements, often led by socialists and communists. So the relationship between the poor peasants and the Congress remained uncertain. Question number 20. Why did the business class participate? Answer. During the First World War, the Indian merchants and industrialists had made huge profits and become powerful. Keen on expanding their business, they now reacted against colonial policies that restricted business activities. They wanted protection against imports of foreign goods and a rupee sterling foreign exchange ratio that would discourage imports. To organize business interest, they formed the Indian Industrial and Commercial Congress in 1920 and the Federation of the Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries in 1927. Led by the prominent industrialists like Purushottam Das Thakur Das and G.D. Birla, the industrial attacked colonial control over the Indian economy and supported the civil disobedience movement. When it was first launched after the failure of Second Roundtable Conference, business groups were no longer uniformly enthusiastic. They were apprehensive of the spread of militant activities and worried about prolonged disruption of business. They were worried about the growing influence of socialism among the younger members of the Congress. Question number 21. When and why was the Pune Pact signed? First point. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was nominated as the delegate of the oppressed classes for the Second Roundtable Conference. Second point. In the Roundtable Conference, he clashed with Mahatma Gandhi by demanding high wages, by demanding separate electorates for the Dalits. Separate electorates for the Dalits. When the British government accepted Ambedkar's demand, Mahatma Gandhi began a fast into death. He believed that separate electorates for Dalits would slow down the process of their integration into the society. The issue was eventually resolved through the Pune Pact of September 1932. Third point. It gave the depressed class reserved seats in provincial and central legislative councils, but they were to be voted in by general electorate. Question number 22. Why for a long time the Congress had ignored Dalits? What role did Gandhiji play in uplifting them? For long, the Congress had ignored the Dalits for the few often offending from the Sanatanis, the conservative high caste Hindus, but Mahatma Gandhi declared that Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. Under his constructive program, he laid stress on the removal of untouchability. He called them the Harijans, meaning children of God. He also organized a satyagraha to secure their entry into temples and access to public wells, tanks, roads, schools, etc. He himself toured into colonies and even lived there. He even cleaned the toilets to dignify the work of sweepers. Question number 23. Ideas of nationalism also developed through the movement of revive Indian folklore. First point. History and fictions, folklore and songs, popular prints and symbols all played a part in making nationalism. In the late 19th century, Indian nationalists began recording folk tales sung by bards and the toured villages to gather folk songs and legends. Third point. This was done to promote the traditional culture that had been corrupted and damaged by the Western forces. Fourth point. To revive the folklore, Rabindranath Tagore himself collected ballads, nursery rhymes and myths and led the movement for folk revival. A massive four-volume collection of Tamil folk tales. The folklore of southern India was published by Natesha Shastri. He believed that the folklore was national literature. It was the most trustworthy manifestation of people's real thoughts and characteristics. Question number 24. How flag was used to promote the spirit of nationalism among the Indians? First point. During the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, a tricolour flag, red, green and yellow, was designed. It had 8 lotuses representing the 8 provinces of British India and a crescent moon representing the Hindus and Muslims. By 1921, Gandhiji has designed the Swaraj flag. It was again a tricolour and had a spinning wheel in the center representing the Gandhian ideal of self-help. Carrying the flag, holding it aloft during the marches became a symbol of defiance. तो स्टूडेंट्स ये चैप्टर कंप्लीट हो चुका है. इतना कुछ है नहीं ज़्यादा चैप्टर में. आप अगर इसको बार बार पढ़ोगे तो आपका ये आराम से क्लियर हो जाएगा चैप्टर. स्टूडेंट्स अगर आपको हमारी वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक करें और हमें सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें और बेल आइकन को भी प्रेस ज़रूर करें. स्टूडेंट्स मैं सारे नोट फिर से लगा देता हूँ वीडियो के अंदर जिनसे आप इन सभी का स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकोगे. स्टूडेंट्स आप वीडियो का पॉज करके इनका स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो.